Today's podcast is brought to you by the Haunted Taxi, where we take you to great haunts in your local community. Also brought to you by the Hair Shop of Olathe, Kansas. American Shaman 151 of Olathe, Kansas. Total Clean Floor Care Systems of Olathe. Coming soon, Hempsters 123, your hemp extract online superstore. 56 Tough Guy, the social media yellow pages. Welcome to UHaunted, the Haunted Journey podcast, where we go over Eureka Springs Crescent Hotel, one of the most haunted hotels in the United States. Me and my family went on vacation first week of May. While we were there, we set up a ghost tour at Eureka Springs Crescent Hotel. I had done the history of the haunt for this particular hotel, but I had never done the haunted tour. So me and my daughter drove over from Branson an hour, and we actually went on the tour. This is a beautiful drive between Branson and Eureka Springs. When we got there, the weather couldn't have been any better. Low 70s with a beautiful view of the mountains. We arrived at the hotel at about 6 o'clock in the evening and went around exploring ourselves, as I brought a whole bunch of ghost equipment that I take on the Haunted Taxi, including an SLS camera so we could see different ghosts throughout the building. The first thing I noticed about the building is how isolated it was and how it had fire escapes on the front of the building, which I found interesting. From a hotel built in 1886, they had done a great job of keeping it up. So we went on the front side, took video, and then I went on the back side and also took some shots. And we found out where the cat grave was in the backyard. We ran the SLS camera all evening long and found many, many ghosts.
I'm so scared. All I wanted to do was play with you.
I found the architecture and the pillars real beautiful. When we went into the lobby, the front counter looked like an old train station to me, and the fireplace was breathtaking. They had beautiful ornate woodwork throughout, with little souvenir shop, and also the women's conservatory at the back. Our first ghost was seen at the front counter, where we ran into this 7-foot figure. Later on, they had told us about a large figure on the tour. On the first floor, we ran into Norman Baker's desk. Norman was the carny who said he could cure cancer and went to jail because he could not. They had a ballroom down there called the Crystal Room, which was beautiful, and many more pieces of ornate furniture that really added to the hotel's grandeur. Me and my daughter Taylor filmed all the different stairwells and we had a crazy thing happen. When we were filming, my camera locked up on a spot where a shadow figure was, and the video stopped and just kept on the same spot. It also locked up here on the stairwell at the top. The elevator was spectacular looking. And here's my daughter and me in the mirror. They start the ghost tour on the 4th floor, where they have restaurants and a Sky Bar gourmet pizza restaurant with beautiful views. We walked around the 4th floor and took lots of pictures, and as we took pictures, we began to pick up ghosts. We had a crazy thing happen in the alcove, as again, the camera locked up and it froze on a spot, and this time we caught a ghost with the naked eye. This brownish image flew by this old window. Anybody out there thinking that was a fan, it was no fan, because there was no fans there. We also found a white ghost image shadow showing up on the wall, and at the bottom you can see feet appearing. This hotel reminded me of the Stanley Hotel, as the hallways were amazing to look at. Again, my camera froze on this spot, which was near the cancer corridor. And on that spot, we found a blue-dressed ghost figure, which was totally crazy. The hotel seems to be a little crooked. As we were walking around, it didn't seem as quite as level as it should be. Of course, after 1880, you would be a little bit tilted too. Got on the tour, and we walked around and we found these particular ghost figures throughout. They seemed to be flying on the ceiling or close to the ceiling. On the tour, they took us on the outside of the building, which I took some snapshots of different windows looking for apparitions. A neat thing about the Crescent Hotel is they have a morgue. So we made our way around to it, and this is what we found. The morgue is still intact, with lots of bottles that they used from that time period to try to keep cancer patients alive, which I found crazy. When I was filming, my camera completely locked up and would not let me take even any pictures at all. I restarted the camera and my battery was at half level, but I did take some shots as it came back on. I believe this shadow figure was Norman Baker in the basement. This morgue and this haunted tour are fantastic. The tour guides are excellent. So we suggest if you go to Eureka Springs, make sure you do this stop and take the ghost tour and even stay in the hotel, as it's a wonderful place. Down a path, they have a place where Norman Baker hid evidence of his crimes with jars in the ground. All in all, this was a fantastic haunted tour and definitely something you should try to go to. The prices were really good, and I would definitely do this again, as me and my daughter had a fantastic time doing it.
So come book a haunted taxi ghost tour today. We take up to 5 friends and family to each tour. So this will be a great evening that you will not ever forget. Thank you for listening to the Haunted Journey podcast. At UHaunted, we make fear fun.